Bill de Blasio, mayor of New York, got bored the other day waiting for his dealer to arrive, so he tried to cancel the tribute to 9/11.
What?
Because coronavirus, people noticed, they were outraged.
Waiting for his dealer to arrive. Did they just accuse the mayor of New York City of being a drug addict? Is the mayor of New York City known for doing drugs? I don't know anything about him.
Canceling the 9/11 memorial, so he reversed course. But Bill de Blasio is still...
Is that a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger? Why is there a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger balloon in the Macy's? That's gotta be old footage. It's gotta be. Why are you showing 20-year-old footage of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? More than 20 years old. There's no way there's a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, right? Okay.
Still a big fan of shutting down things that people enjoy, and particularly traditions that have been around for a long time.
It is? Why? Like, I don't like parades anyway. I think parades are stupid, but that's fine. I don't like fireworks either. I don't like a lot of things a lot of other people like, and that's fine. Whatever, do you. But why are you including a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger in the parade, like balloons? That's not relevant. That has been relevant for 25 years.
Long time. He hates the past. So he's trying again. De Blasio announced today that the Macy's Thanksgiving...
They have Snoopy and that dude's like 80. Okay, but like Peanuts is like a cultural touchstone for like generations. And not only that, but like there's a connection between, you know, the Peanuts cartoons and holidays and stuff, right? Like Power Rangers was a fad. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a Power Rangers fan. I like Power Rangers. I'd still watch Power Rangers every now and again for nostalgia. But, like, it's not something that... There's a finite number of spaces in the parade for balloons. I don't think one should be taken up with a 25-year-old franchise that kids don't even know about. Undercover Beast with 200 bits. Hey, Hannah, speaking of not relevant, I was listening to an older stream and it came to mind. Sovereign citizens read Black's Law, older versions at that, and say employed means hired. Couldn't we point out drivers are referred to as men, so clearly no driving laws apply to women? Now that I type it, I feel like it's already been pointed out and I'm not clever. I don't know. They're contorting words to mean whatever they think is most advantageous to themselves. Most sovereign citizens are men. Not all, but most sovereign citizens, in my experience, are men. So since that doesn't help them, why would they even say it? I don't know.
Day parade won't really be a parade this year. There won't even be a live procession. But de Blasio is apparently too high to realize.
The Undercover Beast with 200 bits. Right on. Anyway, sorry for the distraction. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for being you. Hope everyone's having a groovy day.
The people that might not like this. Watch de Blasio enthusiastically sell the new format for the Thanksgiving parade.
It will not be the same parade we're used to. It will be a different kind of event. They're reinventing the event for this moment in history. And
yeah, that's good. Hey, Tucker Carlson, you dumb bitch. You realize that we're still in the middle of a pandemic, right? You can't have giant crowds of people hanging out with each other. It's not a good idea. And, like, even when, like, here's another example, as to show that I'm not a fucking hypocrite. So, like, after Biden won the election, by the way, in case you weren't paying attention, people are going out in the streets and partying with each other, and I think that was fucking ridiculous, too. No, stay inside. Stop it. I hate all of you. You don't get to do this shit. There is absolutely no exception. It doesn't matter if you're happy Donald Trump isn't going to be the president anymore, or if you want to celebrate Thanksgiving, or if you want to do... I don't give a shit what your reason for going around large crowds of people are. You can't do it. A virus doesn't go, oh, well, it's Thanksgiving, so I'll take the day off. That's not how it works. You do not do this.
And you will be able to feel the spirit and the joy of that day on television, online. Not a live parade, but something that will really give us that warmth and that great feeling we have on Thanksgiving Day.
They're reinventing this event for this moment in history. We're thinking...
Did he just say re-eventing? Tucker, he said reinventing.
Indica, not sativa. Seems kind of subdued. Meanwhile, New York...
Oh, is he... Did the de Blasio, like, smoke pot at some point and Tucker's making fun of him? Does Tucker think it's 1953 and when people mention someone smokes weed that they give a shit? Tucker, Get the stick out of your asshole and smoke a bowl. My God. Really? Oh my God, the mayor of New York City smokes pot. Cool. Okay. And who uses someone smoking weed as a fucking insult in the year of our Lord 2020? Murphy Z2323, thank you for following. 74 Quinn 74 with 20 bits. What do you think about the Black Lives Matter protests? Oh God, in terms of the like virus stuff? I still think it's probably a bad idea if you're not social distancing. Like in a parade or even during the celebrations for Biden, people were not fucking social distancing. I think the Black Lives Matter protest is also an issue of risk-reward, right? It's not a party. It's literally trying to go out and advocate for the rights of people not to be murdered by the police. So I think that's a different thing than going to a fucking parade. But like, for instance, I didn't go to any gatherings, even though I'm very in favor of Black Lives Matter, just because for me, I don't think that's a personal risk I'm willing to take, but whatever. Arcana Stamper Blackwell says, seriously, no one cares about weed anymore? The zeitgeist have moved on to hallucinogens like shrooms. Do people even give a shit about that? Like, who cares? It just doesn't matter.
New York is reinventing its crime statistics for this moment in history. Hundreds of corporations based in New York are pleading with the mayor to crack down on crime and save the city, improve quality of life, care about the people who actually live there and pay for all of this nonsense.
You think Tucker Carlson, well, no, he makes $6 million a year. Tucker Carlson feels like he should be on, like, One America News Network. He's real close. You know what I mean? Like, he's so propagandy, for lack of a better word. He's so propagandist, and it's not good. Not good.
Is he responding in any way? Seth Barron lives in New York. He's associate editor at City Journal. He joins us tonight. Seth, thanks so much for coming on. So people have confronted, stakeholders, as I think they're called, in the city have confronted de Blasio about this. What have they said, and what's his response been?
Well, they're just begging him to take leadership and seize the moment and try to fix the city.
I don't even understand what their citation for this claim that business owners are begging de Blasio to fix crime. Like, who are they claiming is saying this? You can't just say, God, Tucker Carlson has a very prominent brow ridge, and it's always furrowed. What is with that? I'm sorry, I'm very distracted by it. It's like cartoonesque. Anyway, if you're gonna make the claim that, like, oh my God, corporations are begging de Blasio. First of all, I don't give a fuck what corporations think. Second of all, which ones? What is your source for this claim? Like, if you're saying, oh, insiders are saying, even that would imply to me that maybe you would talk to some people, but you're just saying they're saying that. Who said it? Who are you saying said this?
But as you see, he kind of has these feckless responses. I mean, the Macy's Day Parade is a good example. This is an extremely popular national event. People tune in. And it's
who the fuck First of all, they can still tune in. They said it's going to be on TV. Second of all, it doesn't matter if it's popular. Hey, Fox News, you absolute morons. You absolute degenerate pieces of shit. Guess what? I don't know if you've been paying attention for the past year, okay? Please, for the love of God, understand. People are dying. Over 250,000 people are dead. We're at all-time highs already in terms of new cases. If this, let's say every person in the United States contracted COVID. Based on the current death rates, which would be higher if it sped up because people wouldn't be able to get the hospital care they need because of overflowing hospitals. But let's assume that it's the similar death rate to now, just for simplicity's sake. 6 million people would be dead. 6 million people will be dead if everyone in America catches coronavirus. And these fucking idiots are like, I want to go to a parade! No. Apparently the adults in the room have to tell the children no. And if you are one of the people who are like, I want to go to a parade, why is the mayor not why? then you're a fucking child and you need to sit down and shut up. You should not be making decisions. You should not be working heavy machinery. You should not be allowed to buy alcohol. You are a fucking infant, and I hate you. Grow up.
It would signal, hey, New York City wants tourists. Maybe we can't have everyone now, but, you know, we're open for business. This is
Tucker White 94 with 20 bits. Still the bits leader for the third straight day. Nice.
what the future holds. De Blasio, anything that's like cheerful and wholesome that normal people like, he frowns on. He wants.
Can we just wonder and be in awe at the stupidity of someone who listens to this and thinks that this is a reasonable position? The person who's of a political affiliation I don't like, they just hate fun. Really? This is your hard-hitting journalism, Tucker? Fuck you. They just don't like fun. That's why they canceled the parade, and not because of the 250,000 dead people. Fuck off.
To squash because, you know, people like that will obey the law. Meanwhile, in Washington Square Park, every weekend, Refuse Fascism, which is part of the Revolutionary Communists, has a protest party with a DJ and hundreds of people drinking, doing drugs, dancing. De Blasio doesn't even notice it, so he implicitly, tacitly is permitting
There's nothing
it.
funny about the tools
Drag
of
Queen Story Hour
capitalism.
for third graders still in progress.
What? Okay, who had Drag Queen Story Hour on their bingo card, okay? That's an automatic win. Tucker White 94, 20 bits. I hear the same shit from the right when people are having a sinful fun. Yeah, it's
There's
stupid.
nothing funny about the tools of
Anti-fascism is
capitalism.
communism based. And then Tucker White 94, 20 bits. And this guy's doing it here.
Needless to say. Has de Blasio ever built anything? Or does he only destroy? I'm just asking because it's a symbol.
I don't think I've actually sat down and listened to like a full Tucker Carlson bit, maybe ever. This is fucking laughable. Let me just get your opinion on this here. Does de Blasio eat children in the night, or am I or not? I'm sorry, is that a leading question? Does he sneak into children's homes and suckle on their blood during the evening? Like who listens to this and thinks like, ah, yes, journalism? Fucking nuts.
Of the left. Very.
What happened? Can we get the law back that you can't be like this on the news? And I know Fox News has literally gone to court, and their defense of Tucker Carlson was no reasonable person would say that this is news, even though it's on Fox News, which is prominently displayed in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen at all times.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Watching a country fall apart, especially a very powerful country, you'd think it'd be more fun. It's not. It just sucks.
Very good at wrecking things that other people built, very bad at building anything.
Tucker White 94, 20 bits. So where's the simping for the left Fox News that chuds for weeks have told us they are? Well, they're still saying Joe Biden won the election, because he did. So, unfortunately, reality, having a liberal bias, has no place in these people's lives, so they have to go to One America News Network and, what's the other one? Newsmax? Whatever the fuck it's called?
Has he built anything? Anything?
That's a good question. He had a plan to extend the shoreline of Manhattan into the East River. I don't think that's going to happen. No, I can't really say that he's built very much. You know, he's poured public money into rehabbing some apartments, but I couldn't say that he's big on building things. He's more big on redistribution. That's what he sees as his métier, is taking what other people have and giving it to others.
Yeah,
with
at no
him in
expense to
control.
himself. Right, exactly. It's the opposite of charity, forcing other people to give. It's not charity. Seth Barron, keen observer of New York.
I just honestly, if I cut, I don't even know if I'll cut this segment up on YouTube, because this is a pointless segment where I'm just. What can you even say of substance against this? This is like the most blatant hit piece with the most ridiculous bias I've ever seen. And I don't even know shit about de Blasio. I probably wouldn't like the guy. But, like, this is a fucking child's idea of how you talk about an issue. If you watch Tucker Carlson unironically and you're like, ah, yes, fair and balanced, and this is a reasonable discussion and not at all propaganda meant to inflame me to hate Democrats, you are an idiot. You're an idiot. You're genuinely an idiot. You are stupid. You are a stupid, stupid person. I don't understand how anyone could watch this and not feel like a fucking moron. Like, I'm not even the audience for this, and listening to these people talk like this and act as though it's not blatantly obvious what they are doing when they're saying these things in this way, it makes me feel like an idiot. Because, like, no, I'm not stupid enough to listen to this and go, oh yeah, this all sounds reasonable. This segment isn't at all entirely contrived to make me angry about Bill de Blasio, or whatever the fuck his name is, canceling a parade during a pandemic. This went from parade is changing to not have an audience or something. I don't even know if that's the case. They framed it like it is, though. To let's make fun of the mayor of New York for maybe smoking pot or something because our audience are 80 years old and are afraid of pot. And then, oh, by the way, also, communism is a threat to your life that is encroaching, and Bill de Blasio is allowing it, and he is stealing from people to refurbish apartments or something. This is why half the country are blithering, drooling idiots, guys. Because they listen to this as their main source of information, and they're legitimately too stupid to understand that these wealthy people are literally taking advantage of them, so they will vote against their own best interests so they can line their own pockets. Half this country are fucking idiots. Anyway.